I guess we're Damien Jurado. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
for DC9.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Two things. First off, congratulations on the new album.
Thank you.
And I will get the fan wankery out of the way. Are you aware of how much awesome shit you put out?
I'm not aware.
Not aware?
I'm not aware.
It's good. It's good.
For me, I just sort of make the records and call it good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Hope it goes somewhere. That's what I say.
It goes somewhere.
Cool.
I spent today personally like in the Jurado hole.
Wow.
Like just listen. I was like, well, shit. I gotta have something to say to the guy.
Yeah. All right.
And then we talk about the music and that, and how that.
And you're chipper.
Yeah, thank you.
Surprisingly chipper from being the Jurado Hill.
Yeah.
Then actually, the next question is like, let's talk about the songs that you don't want to play anymore.
Yeah. Lots of songs that I want to play.
Are there?
Oh yeah, tons of songs that I want to play anymore.
Is it just a matter of they were so like personal, like and direct when you wrote them?
No, it's just that they're just too dark for me now.
Yeah,
Because
they're. I think that was at a time written at a time where the depression of the songs, or the sadness of the songs, was sort of a comfort, and now it's just sort of a.
And now you're just sort of like,
I know I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
oh, that makes complete sense because you sort of move past that as you.
Yeah, you need to move past it. Yeah,
and you have to move past.
you do have to. Yeah.
Do you think writing the songs kind of help you move through some of that?
Yeah, but I think I mean, there's definitely. I mean, I'll say it, there are two eras of this songwriting life so far, and it's for me it was the Sub Pop years, and the first few years of Secretly Canadian. So basically the first it's like three so far now it's 3 chapters. It's Waters Avenue South, Die Break Chairs, which is the Sub Pop years, which is my wandering years. And then Where Shall You Take Me, to On My Way to Absence. I'm sorry, to Call the Trees.
Yeah.
And that to me is like my first secretly years of I don't know what you want to call it, depression, I guess. Really sad, really dark times. Yeah. And then from Saint Bartlett to Brothers and Sisters of the Eternal Sun, it's sort of like my light period. So
yeah. Okay. So going from Saint Bartlett, I mean, that is that when you first started collaborating with Richard Swift?
Yeah, that was the first record.
Has that like been a factor in like the lightness? It's like that collaboration been.
It's been that's been a factor, and I also think I've had many factors.
Yeah.
Richard was a huge factor as far as like the sound and just like the overall freeness of everything. I contributed the whole lightness, I think, to my own my own faith, my own spiritual faith had a huge part of that as well. So I think those two things, my spirituality, but also like working with Richard, those two combinations of things like really had a huge part in where I'm at now, which isn't that surprising, I mean, I keep recalling an interviewer I did says to the other day too. He said the same thing. That reminded him of when John Coltrane,
right?
Yeah,
sort of making the more spiritual records that he made, the more out there that he became.
Sure.
And for me, so I think the same thing is happening.
Yeah.
The same thing's happening.
And actually, that's sort of one thing we were going to talk about. Like, there has been a progression from a certain sound, singer-songwriter sound, very like to the early records. And then once the Swift era, start working with them, is become aggressively a little more psychedelic to where like the new album is like, I'm actually still, I love it and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it in a very good way.
Yeah.
Because it's just,
I like that. I'm still trying to wrap my head. I love that. That's good. That's how it should be.
No, it should be, because I felt, so we reviewed it on the podcast last week and I was like, I'm not sure if I can say outright buy it because it might freak you out. But I definitely qualified it with that because
might need some time to process this one.
And it's one of those that like just keeps like hitting on like different listens and stuff.
Yeah.
You find like even from like the first song, Silver Timothy, and then like you hear the song like Metallic Clouds, like which is like for so I'm over 40.
Yeah.
And huge Floyd fan, and that like touches on like that sound.
Totally.
But it makes sense in the context of the album. But then the whole album just goes sort of bluey from there. And you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Did you feel, and I know this is the second part of a concept of Maricopa, did you feel, or was that intentional as far as going like further out there?
Further out there, I mean, as far as the psychedelic sound?
Yeah.
It kind of was, because in some ways, because for me, Maricopa, it centers around one person who was in my dream I had, he was a musician who is from I want to say 60s. I want to say like 72, 73 era of music.
Sure.
Where it's fresh out of the love peace movement, and people are like seriously still on a lot of drugs. And it's sort of like where the LSD is fading out, but the cocaine's coming in. That area. You know what I mean? That area. So in Maricopa, we find that guy just sort of like, Nothing is the News is like the first song on Maricopa. It's supposed to replicate him like in a bad trip. He's having a bad trip.
Well, I know mid-song he definitely gives us a signal that may be happening.
There's something you do on Silver Timothy that you did on that as well, vocally, where on Nothing is the News, it's a switch with the guitar and vocals, and you're processing. And honestly, from that was the hook for the whole album. It's like you weren't like, I'm just going to listen to some song. You're like, oh, shit. I'm in.
You are in it.
And you have to listen
something
to
switch. When you get that scream and Nothing is the News, like that's like the strap in. Here we go.
And on Silver Timothy, like you did, when the vocals come in, you're just like, oh okay, we're back to it.
You're back to it. Yeah. So it's it's funny. It's I used to do hallucinogenic drugs, but I started at a very, very young age. I'm 41 now. The last time I did anything hallucinogenic, I think I was 16. Okay, that was the last time I did anything. So at 17 I became clean and sober. I stopped drinking. I stopped taking drugs. But for me, I wanted to duplicate another. The psychedelic is so closely tied in with, obviously LSD and whatever, But for me, it's also tied in with, for me now, actually, it's also very tied in with, again, my faith. And that is, because I think like there's a lot of, biblically, I think the Bible itself is very, very psychedelic. You're talking about a guy who can heal blind people. You know what I mean? Multiply fishes and loaves. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And walk on water, raise himself from the dead, ascend into heaven. That's you want to talk about a trip, man. That is a trip.
Absolutely.
And so the character in the song, on the album, more so in Brothers and Sisters of the Eternal Son, he finds himself knee deep. He is in this place. He's living among these people, man, and they're waiting for the Messiah to come back by way of spaceship. There's like he's experiencing whole new levels of like consciousness. But it's all happening without drugs.
Right.
Okay.
It's all happening. The song we were talking about today in the van. The song Silver Donna, the longest song on the record. It's like, it plays out like a mantra. Because in my mind, I'm picturing him in this sanctuary. And we've all seen footage. If you haven't, you could YouTube this. Footage of like, Pentecostal movements where people are flailing on their backs in the aisles with their eyeballs rolled up on their heads and shaking of arms, man. And they're speaking in tongues, and it looks like a giant acid trip.
No,
When the spirit hits you, It is like
I
a
can say
high.
being from the South, like I've seen it like
You are exactly what I'm
like,
talking about.
It
is a high, man.
it is
It is a high.
Religion is a very potent
Yep.
and affecting thing.
It's an affecting thing, man. And I'm a firm believer when spirit gets a hold of you, it is a trip.
Yeah.
It is the biggest trip you'll ever be on. And for me, that's what happens in Silver Donna. Because to me, in Silver Donna, the spirit hits them and boom. And that's why there's so much repeating of the...
Yeah.
Because it becomes like a chant or a mantra.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're deep in this trance. You know what I mean? They're deep in this trance and feeling the spirit. That's what that song's about. That's why there's so much hand clapping and percussion.
Yeah.
It sounds like a revival going on.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what's going on, man. You know, but it's purely psychedelic record, man. And, you know, I mean, I'd never thought in a million years I'd be considered a psychedelic artist.
Yeah.
I don't even know, like, if I would say, like, consider you a psychedelic artist. I think there's an art to psychedelia.
Yeah.
And I think, like, in hearing this, it's I think you might have, like, gotten close to perfecting it.
Yeah, that's
just
cool.
That's
awesome.
As a great songwriter, I mean, because one thing we've talked about in the past few weeks on the podcast is that there seems to be an undercurrent of psychedelia sort of coming back, not like lazy psychedelia, like honest to God, mind blowing shit.
Yeah.
It started with Tame Impala, which is good as Tame Impala is.
It's great stuff.
It is very rote and like, okay, this is what's going to blow your mind if you're at the show and you have the screen. Whereas, but like your new album is sort of like a horrifying type of psychedelia in a very good way. And that's the way I think it should be, because it's like it forces you to, like, you'll be listening to it and you're forced to just like, what's going on?
Yeah, sometimes there's almost like, it's not, I want to use the word uncomfortable at times.
Sure, of
because
course.
because sometimes it puts you in a place where you're like, I haven't really had this sort of feeling before.
Yeah.
And maybe because like you were,
So the reason that is, I'm glad you guys caught on to that, because the reason that is because the story itself, it's not, you know, it may come off, I may describe like, oh, you know, the Holy Spirit's in it, they're waiting for the Messiah, and it sounds like this golden like thing, but the reality is there's a key line lyrics in the song Silver Malcolm, where the lines are. I'll have no one to talk to if I'm left behind. And that is the key line in this album, because they're all going to heaven, but he has no idea if he's going to make it.
Oh, okay.
He may not, I mean, like the Lord may come back in a spaceship. They all may go up, but he may be left behind because he doesn't know. If he's saved or if he's not saved, he has no idea. He doesn't even know if he's dead or alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So he starts questioning that.
He starts questioning that.
Yeah. Well, so it's a questioning of reality.
Totally.
Which I think plays into that whole psychedelia thing where it's like, okay, let's question, and I think LSD kind of helped people start to question that.
Exactly.
And start having an open conversation about it. You know, people like Aristotle and Plato had these conversations 2,000 years ago. And it was part of, and actually philosophers talk about it. That we're not, maybe, it's amazing that 2,000 years have gone by, but we're not having those conversations still as part of our, say, daily conversation. You know,
I mean, think about the feeling that you get. I don't know if you've ever experienced this feeling. I've had this feeling before, where like it's the same feeling that you get of like you missed the last bus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now you're stuck with like this.
I think the kids refer to it as FOMO.
How am I going to get home?
Yeah.
And that's the feeling he has, but it's eternal.
Yeah.
I may be stuck here for the rest of my life with no one to talk to.
Yeah. And how am I going to deal? How am I going to process that?
Yeah. I mean, Richard said this too. Richard was like, this is a very, not only psychedelic record, this is a sci-fi record, man.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was.
We're getting.
I was like, is this like a dystopian future album? Like where, that's what I started to process. Like, I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah. I mean, people are in robes, man. They're silver. Yeah. I mean,
so that's,
this very space age. I mean, God's coming back to Earth in a spaceship, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
So all this is like 100% like a conscious effort to like.
It comes from a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so.
Nice.
So the last 3 albums you've done with Richard Swift, were all 3 of those part of this?
No.
No. Or is this more of a...
They're just more of a progression in sound, if anything. You know, they're linked by sound. Maricopa and Brothers and Sisters of the Eternal Sun are the 2 records that are kind of much... It could pretty much be the same... It could pretty much be a double LP.
Right. Sure.
Like Rubber Soul and Revolver could have been.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
That to me is like that. Sam Bartlett is its own. It's its own thing.
Okay, yeah.
Does that mean though that Brothers and Sisters of the Eternal Sun, is that the story is over, or is this going to continue?
It's done.
It's done. Okay,
it's done.
Yeah. You've told
So-
the story. Put us in a place. Yeah.
Yeah, put you in the place, and I've left you there.
Yeah.
Good luck. May God save you.
Yeah. Have a good time as you're flying away on the spaceship. Yeah. But that's a good place, you know. When I think about music that gives you an emotional response, and that was the thing that I've realized from listening to your music, is that it elicits an emotional response, and sometimes it's not, you know, always happy or sad. It's, you know, like I said, it's uncomfortable, or it's like I'm almost like it puts me in a headspace that makes me start to think about these things. So I appreciate it.
Yeah,
you know,
great. You know, for me, I've often been asked about influences on this record.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have much musical influence. It really, like, for me, my influences really came from hours of watching The Twilight Zone.
Okay. I could see that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
The Twilight Zone, and also reading a lot of 60s and 70s Christian books.
Okay.
Yeah.
That were based on
absolutely.
Who are these cults and what do they mean?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, when was the last time you watched Soylent Green?
Yeah.
Soylent Green, I love that movie.
So you could
the Brave New World kind of thing.
New World.
Yeah.
this and actually we were talking about Hospitality's new album. You could put it up against a movie like that and be like, this is just the soundtrack behind it. And so it is like, it makes the sci-fi sort of thing like that. Twilight Zone makes all the sense because that's just a never-ending.
I could see the guy
there are also 2 movies that you can actually find on YouTube, believe it or not, online. There was a movie called they're documentaries. I think they're like only a half hour long. There's one called Future Shock.
Okay.
It's with Orson Welles.
I believe I've seen
Nice.
You seen it?
I have not, no, but I will
it would be 20 years now, but I think
you should go back and watch it.
check this out, yeah.
When you see these 2 clips, I always tell people, if you can find these 2 movies online, watch them, and then this album will make complete and total sense.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Future Shock, and there's another movie. There's another movie called The Sun Worshippers.
Okay.
SON Worshippers.
Okay.
And this documentary is a short half-hour documentary about the early, what was considered what to be in America, the Jesus movement.
Right.
Sure.
And all these hippies were like, man, we're giving up LSD and we're tripping on the Lord.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So if you watch The Sun Worshippers and Future Shock, you will understand Brothers and Sisters of the Eternal Sun and Maricopa. You'll get it. You'll get it. And a few episodes of The Twilight Zone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. Have you seen the film? We're talking about the films a little bit. Until the End of the World, Vin Vendors.
I love that movie.
Yeah, so it finally came back on like iTunes. Yeah. But I mean, search. You can find like Italian.
I've been
stuff.
waiting for that movie to come out.
Holy shit!
For so long. Do you see the director's cut?
I have not.
It's like 9 hours.
I know it's long, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you're talking about the sci-fi, the level that you're talking about infusing it into your album in this album that's the level that like we're talking.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the vibe.
Because that movie is gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
And I bought it and like I watched like the first hour. It's 3 hours uncut. Like the director's cut is, like I said, is 9 hours. And there's no subtitles.
None.
So you better know it was like 8 languages.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's one of the most amazing movies like I've ever seen. Yeah, because and it trumps like his Wings of Desire. Far Away So Close, like just in space. But that sort of thing. Like maybe you should soundtrack that out.
Yeah.
Like, that would be amazing. I don't know.
But even I saw that in high school. And I remember seeing that in high school. I remember even then it had a profound effect on me that made ripples.
Yeah.
If you saw
on me.
So you're 40. I'm actually 41. So we're the same age. So I saw it in college. I think it was like sophomore year of college, and it was a shut the phone off.
Yep.
This is happening right now. Right. And you watch it and you're just like, get up and you're like, I'm not really sure what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, and think about it for a while. And I've been trying to explain it to Daria. Like, she's like, what is this movie about? I'm like, I don't
even know if I know yet. Yeah. I'm going to need a little time here.
Watch it.
Yeah. Right. See, but that's what I'm saying. That to me is like the exact same feeling that I wanted like this new record to have on me.
Yeah.
Well, you've succeeded.
Well, I mean, that's because Wim Wenders had this way, and I mean, especially with that movie.
Yeah.
Where he created this world that was on Earth. Yeah. This existence that's on Earth, but yet it's not real. You know what I'm saying? Like, here you have a guy inventing a machine that for blind people. You know, there's all these sounds of like, pygmy music, and I mean, it's just like it's crazy. Yeah, it's a crazy movie.
In the end, it's like one of the most depressing. Like
it's
like you don't know if the world has ended or not, but it doesn't matter because they're basically like addicted to their dreams,
right?
And they'll be okay,
right? And exactly,
and they'll be okay.
Everything's going to be all right. Yeah.
Like. So there's.
And speaking of dreams, I mean, this album is based on a dream. But I talk about dreams on Maricopa. I mentioned the word dreams a few times. I mentioned if you dream 1 or 2 times on this new record. It's like we are all we dream of.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that where you draw like a lot of your like content inspiration from, or is that like just specifically for these 2 albums?
Specifically for these 2 albums. Yeah. Everything else has been pretty surface.
So it's just a craft, and it's just like I'm going to be a writer and stuff. Yeah. When you're writing, is it a writing like you feel the music first, or you're actually like writing to I want to write about this?
I never set out to write about anything.
No.
In the past, it's always been about like Saint Bartlett, and actually Caught in the Trees was a little bit like this. Caught in the Trees. So my last 4 records were like this. They were, I would say, intentional writing.
Okay.
Everything else has been sort of like, here's a song about a guy who kills himself, or here's a guy, whatever. Yeah. A song about a serial killer. Those have been intentional writings, but they're not intentional in the fact that, and I mean, in the way that I sat down and said, I'm going to write about this. It was more intentional in the way that it's like it came to me and I just did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I'm sorry, that's unintentional. The intentional stuff is these, Caught in the Trees up to now.
Yeah.
Because those were records I was like, okay, I need a part 2 to Maricopa.
Yeah.
I'm going to intentionally write. Like, seriously, this first song I wrote for the new record was Return to Maricopa.
Okay.
Aptly named title.
That makes sense.
Because you're thinking in your head.
When did you write that? Like, how far after finishing?
That was written last January.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're probably thinking, okay, sequel, like a film sequel, they always start with, okay, just reminding you what happened last time,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get back into this.
Yeah.
But yeah. Is there anything else? I'm
Do you have a
sorry.
Pink Floyd question?
I have my mind is slightly blown right now. Yeah.
Doors are in 11 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we can cover like all of
Go
Pink
for it.
Floyd, do you find yourself often just drowning in Floyd?
No.
Okay, yeah.
I do not.
You do not.
No.
What is?
Yeah.
I only own 2 Pink Floyd records.
Really?
Yeah. The only 2 Pink Floyd records I own are Piper at the Gates of Dawn and Relics.
That's amazing.
And I own a burnt CD burned copy of Saucer Full of Secrets.
Okay. I will send you Obscured by Clouds because it is Metallic Clouds is that and actually Daria meant this in all like compliment.
Yeah.
Oasis.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you listen to which song? It's off of What's the Story in Morning Glory.
Okay.
But it skews it. They obviously pull from Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Really,
you think so?
Yeah, I actually really think
Oasis?
so.
Oh, yeah. Oasis? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always struck me as like more of a Beatles.
They are,
Well, they
but that's what I'm
definitely
saying.
are, yeah.
There's a Beatley Floyd thing, but Oasis also pulled from like Floyd had a pop sensibility in like, the other albums.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. Now for the weather. Now for the weather.
Sorry.
Temperatures in DC are
Weather on the threes. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did this soundtrack for.
You have to pay royalties on that now. Now there's in the podcast, don't you?
No.
Uh-oh.
Let's criticize that. That song's the best ever. See?
It's the greatest. It is. It is the greatest song solo ever.
Yeah. So anyways, that song in particular, like Obscured by Clouds, they did a soundtrack for a French movie called, like, I think it was The Valley, and it had to do with like Mudmen and all this shit. I don't recommend watching the movie.
Yeah.
Was it a bad movie or is it just?
It's pretty bad.
Okay.
It's sort of French impressionistic stuff.
Okay.
But the soundtrack is amazing, and it was released the same day as Dark Side of the Moon, and it just
Released the same
no,
day?
not same day, same year.
Oh, same year. That wasn't that uncommon, though.
No,
Yeah, that was pretty common
not
then.
back then.
Yeah,
Not back
it's pretty
then.
common to put
But
together, so.
it was the last like gasp between like sort of that pop Pink Floyd to like the full on like classic rock radio Pink Floyd that everybody knows, and it's fantastic. It sounds like a band.
Yeah.
And Metallic Clouds sounds like that.
Yeah.
Intentional or not.
Cool.
And I mean that in like a highest compliment because like that's, I mean, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I can tell you, Metallic Cloud musically, I think, was inspired. Actually, it's really funny. Cloud and Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Cloud, the song Cloudy Shoes. First, I'll say this. I'm a guy who jumps ahead of himself, so it's scare me.
It's fun.
So, I don't own, like I said, I only own those 3 Pink Floyd things. The 2 albums on the CD, burn copy. Sorry, Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
But I grew up around Pink Floyd fans.
Sure.
I remember hearing songs like Us and Them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, so songs like Us and Them, I would say subconsciously influenced songs like Cloudy Shoes with the echo that happens in Cloudy Shoes.
Yeah.
And also with Metallic Cloud, because it has that same like boom, 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 you know. Yeah. But also, believe it or not, I don't know. This is a very strange comment to make, but I don't own any Wilco records, for instance, right? Okay. But I've heard their songs,
right?
And I think I've heard songs that I think I've heard. So those songs that I think I've heard before,
right.
have also influenced.
Really?
Yeah.
What songs? Really? Mm-hmm. I could see that. I could see a little like Impossible Germany in there. Something like that.
Isn't that funny? An idea of what maybe this song sound like.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just a byproduct of being somewhere around it. Yeah. I think they sound like this, and I'm going to use that in my next song. Yeah.
I mean, because we both are like very amateur musicians. Yeah, but I mean, I've been playing music since I was 6.
So. Awesome.
And I think you're sort of the same way. And there is a thing that we think about a lot where there's stuff just out there, and it's kind of it's more specific than just like the Paul Simon, like you're just tapping into it.
Sure,
it's like you have stuff around, and you think that like stuff you're coming up with it, and it's awesome, and it's like it's influencing. Like there's a bass line in the Chain, and for years in like band rehearsal, I was like, this is awesome. What the fuck? It's like I can't remember what it is. Fuck it, it's ours.
Yeah.
And then once we figured it out, it's
the Chain. Damn it. Yeah. I think when your senses are constantly absorbing this stuff, whether you're conscious of it or not, it's just going in and your brain is processing it. Yeah. And then you call it back and you're like, I may have heard this somewhere. I have no idea if I'm pillaging or what's going on here.
Right. Dude, that's listening to this guy with diamonds.
Yeah. Okay.
But
and people call you out like, I don't know. I just thought of it yesterday.
At this point, unless you're doing a cover,
Did it with the weather?
Yeah.
At this point, unless you're like actually straight up covering it, like there's no. I mean, it has to happen.
Sure.
You know, you have to like, even if you're not directly influenced in here and stuff. So, and I think honestly, like, letting that not be so aware of it, like, produces better stuff. Like, without you saying that, I would never have said, it's Wilco.
Right, yeah.
You know, I mean,
for me, directly, it's the idea of Wilco.
It's the idea of Wilco.
Yeah.
Man, you have and stuff. And so.
Like, this is what I think this song sounds like, or what I think it would sound like on, you know, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. Yeah. Like, whatever. Yeah.
Is there anything like in like recently now that like you're listening to a lot that is like just completely blowing your mind, or
old or new?
It doesn't matter.
Either or.
Recently, the new James Vincent McMorrow record.
It's actually good.
It's really good, man. I was very surprised. I was
the guy's got a voice.
Holy crap, that kid can sing.
Yeah.
Very soulful. I watched this performance of him online with just him and a keyboard. Mm-hmm. I was like, I told my girlfriend this. She's a big fan of his. I said, how is that guy sounding like he's this white Irish guy? Yeah. And he sounds like he's like deep soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
where's this coming from?
Where's this coming from, man? I mean, but his record, I'm really into. I like his new record just came out. I'm really into that record. Older stuff. Just a lot of like a really obscure, stuff. Linda Perhacs, Larry Norman, Grateful Dead. Just a lot of obscure records, Brazilian music. I like a lot of Brazilian music. Yeah, nice. Brazilian jazz music.
Yeah, the Dead you can definitely fall into.
Oh, dude, I'm already in it, man. I'm already in it. I've long been in it.
Like there's when you have a box of at least
oh my god, the tape collection I still have in my basement.
Right,
it's insane. My wife's like, we're moving here soon. What are we doing with this 2000 bootleg tapes in the basement? I'm like, because you forget how much room they took up, and I'm just like, but they, you think about how much time you spent, recording each. I'm like, I added it all up, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The amount of time
That's yours.
Yeah, that's just mine, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a bonding moment that you spent with other people.
Totally.
Yeah. It was like a community where you sat with them and you hung out, and that was what you did, together around music, and it's all. That was something they had. Yeah. I think that was very, fairly unique that they had this community that was really tight.
Yeah.
And that really went outside of just, going to a show where
totally.
So.
Totally.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. I don't know how to stick the landing on this because it's been awesome.
Thank you.
But seriously, thank you for talking to us.
Thanks for that. And thanks for doing what, making the music.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
And good luck on the show tonight.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we heard soundcheck. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. It's kind of been out. This been this long debate, like whether I do the band or not the band. And for me, it's like, I told an interviewer this a couple days ago. I was like, I'm not doing the band thing because the record is the record.
Yeah.
And it's the first record I've ever made that I've ever said this about anything. That's what I told the interviewer. I said, this album does not need me. It doesn't. This album does not need me, man. Yeah. This guy is a monster of his own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, for me, it's like, I'm Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Frankenstein's monster. No one's going to be looking at me, man.
Yeah.
They're going to be looking at this record.
You're behind the
I got nothing to say about this record. You know what I'm saying? I always say, like, you want to hear the record? You want to talk about the record? Listen to the record, man.
Yeah.
All your thing will be revealed in time,
That's actually...
Because there's stuff I don't even know.
Yeah.
There's stuff I don't even know, man. It's almost like, it'd be like, do you have any kids?
No.
Do you have any kids?
We have cats, though.
Okay.
So
okay, nice. Well, still you have kids. But a kid, if you your wife have a kid, or girlfriend have a kid, the kid's going to grow up and do its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a part of you, but that kid's not you.
Absolutely.
That's exactly how I feel about this record.
And that's exactly.
But you got to go and represent your kid.
And that's exactly.
Okay, yeah. You're like at the PTA.
You're the PTA meeting.
Yeah.
And each show for me, every concert for me is like a PTA meeting.
Yeah.
I'm going as a representative for this kid.
Yeah.
It's an amazing way to look at it.
That's exactly how I feel about this record. And I can't say that about any other record, man.
Yeah.
Not even Maricopa?
No, not even Maricopa.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've done an amazing job.
Thank you.
One,
yeah.
So.
Thank you.
And if it means you're the PTA, then you are the PTA.
I'm a PTA, man. I'm a PTA.
All right. Cool.
So.
Yeah. We're pushing doors back.
We are pushing doors back by 10 minutes.
What's the weather, Andre?
I don't
extra time.
Keep going. Maybe my wife will call me again.
You know what's funny? Now, speaking of sax solos, that's a famous solo. However, what about the other sax solo? What was that? You know what I'm talking about?
Are you doing Final Countdown?
Yeah.
No.
You're doing Bob Seger?
Jerry Rafferty, Baker Street.
Oh,
yes.
okay, yeah. Oh, okay,
now, that's what I'm talking about.
That's true.
So,
that's what I'm talking about right there, man.
Folks, we're going to stop it now. We got it. Hold on.
Bob Seger, Turn the Page is pretty epic, too.
He did. Yes, that is
the beginning, the very opening.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like if you're on a dark highway and that comes on, you're like, all right, here we go.
I think next time you come through DC, we just need to do a sax podcast.
I'd be into that, man. You know something funny?
Yeah.
My booking agent, he said when I was over there a couple weeks ago in Amsterdam, he said to me, he goes, "I know what your voice reminds me of." I said, "What?" He goes, "It reminds me of a tenor sax." The tone of my voice, my singing voice.
Actually, I can hear that.
You know, it's like because he said a good example of that is a song. You look like you go back and listen to your vocal part, especially in Silver Timothy.
Yeah. Well, that's actually we're back in it now. Yeah. So what I was talking about is like that. There's a range where you get up to, and hearing you talk that you would not expect.
No.
But there's a range you get up to. But in Silver Timothy, you do that, and there's layers of it, and it is like very specifically odd because it sounds human.
Yeah.
But then really doesn't, and it sounds alien, which plays into the themes of the thing.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm guessing that was your intention.
That was my intention.
And that's a fucking excellent execution.
Yeah.
Like, and it was the first time I heard it. I was just like, "What? I can't." What the shit is going on? Like okay, I guess we're in now.
Yes.
And it was that moment in Nothing Is the News.
Yeah.
Similar.
It was a very and it's a good trick to have.
Yeah.
And I mean,
using the voice not just to convey like language, but using it as an instrument. Yeah. I was listening to a thing on NPR yesterday where they're talking about scat artists.
Yeah.
And how learning how to do that and learning how to use your voice as an instrument and how that's a different set of skills than say
who was the artist who did Girlfriend Being Panina?
No, we can find this out. We haven't.
I can never remember her name.
Yeah. It wasn't the Midnight at the Oasis lady.
No, but her voice to me, like when I did Silver Timothy.
Okay.
And also the other songs I've done, her voice and also people like Chet Baker.
Okay. Yeah.
Came to my mind.
Interesting.
Because their voices sound like horns.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
They have the same timbre.
They have that same timbre.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 you know?
Yeah.
It is Astrid Gilberto.
Yes.
Astrid with a U.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, like that's when I did Silver Timothy and I've done other songs. I'm just like, man, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
You know, Chet Baker, same thing. There was a certain punch, but like soft punch he had to his voice that reminded me of like a Charlie Parker, saxophone.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the saxophone gets a bad rap.
Saxophone,
saxophone.
Because it's awesome. I mean,
I wish there was more clarinet.
Dude,
I love hearing someone play the clarinet and there's something about it.
Yeah.
I used to go to my grandpa's house and he'd listen to all these old records where people were rocking on the clarinet, and there's something about the tonality of a clarinet.
Klezmer music is great clarinet.
Yeah, oh definitely.
Dang, man.
Big time.
You know?
Yeah, in Eastern Europe they use that a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's going to Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah, well, Turkey.
When are you going there?
In August.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're moving there.
Crazy.
Yeah, for 2 years, so...
Wow, dude.
Definitely excited to learn, about the different types to get immersed in the music there.
Istanbul?
We'll be in Ankara. So north central.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the mountains.
That's a trip.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
I'm
excited.
There much?
I'm going to be in Turkey this summer.
Oh, you are? Oh, nice.
First time.
Oh, nice.
In Istanbul.
In Istanbul. Oh, you'll have a blast.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You'll have a blast. It's a great time.
And I'm going to go to Israel this summer, too.
Oh, nice.
To play a show.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
And Greece for the first time.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. I'm going to a lot of these shows in Europe this year.
Just blowing minds all over the
blowing
place.
minds.
Exactly.
Actually, I'm very excited about going to Greece for two reasons: the food.
Oh yeah.
And there's some pretty good 60s psychedelic Greek music.
Yeah.
Is there a scene there?
Oh, dude, in the 60s?
In the 60s, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
60s,
man. Yeah, looks like a bit of crazy psychedelic music.
Yeah, there was some weird stuff coming out of that whole region.
Yeah. Oh, I thought of someone who I've been listening to a lot lately. There was a 60s or 70s artist named Sandy Bull. You know Sandy Bull?
Name sounds familiar. You got a song?
Instrumentalist.
You got something? No.
Okay.
No.
You should check him out.
Should check him out?
Sandy Bull.
Sandy Bull.
Like the bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll check him out. I think we were just told 2 minutes.
Cool, man. Cool.
So,
wrap it up.
Yeah.
Again,
I'm going to eat, though.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man.
Eat.
Good talking to you. Enjoy the show, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. Yeah, definitely, guys.